Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Misty and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be looking at some 7v7, well, not quite 7v7, but 7v7 team battles. Today it's going to be me and a couple of my clanmates and one random. I think he's a friend of one of the clanmates. So we're just going to have a bit of fun more than anything. This isn't highly competitive, it was just better than playing with a bunch of randoms the whole time. So we're on Himmelsdorf. I'm playing my tier 8 Tiger 2. I'm not actually using the top gun at the moment. I haven't unlocked it yet. So instead of using the second gun on here, I'm using the first one, which is a higher rate of fire. Which I think personally is a lot better. One, the shells are a lot cheaper. And two, you can put out a decent DPM, which people don't expect. As you can see, this is my new mod pack as well for my UI and for XVM and everything. I really like the way it looks, and it provides a lot of useful information, which I think might be good for the recording. You guys can see a lot more stats, armors and things like that of the opponents. So I'm sneaking up here now. Well, not really sneaking, considering I'm in a giant Tiger 2, which I will be reviewing at one point. That's probably coming soon, maybe tomorrow, or I might be doing the IS-6. I'm not entirely sure, but keep an eye out for that one. Anyway, as I was saying, I've snuck up here trying to get some shots in as they try to deal with the medium tanks. As you see on the map there, T-59 is driven around the back and he's distracting them. And here comes the YOLO as the IS-3 drives across, and it's a good shot under there. 219, it's not a high damage gun. As you can see, it reloads really quickly, which means I can then reload in time to get a shot in over here. But unfortunately now that means my medium friends are caught. The AMX 1390 is trying to back him up. And I'm keeping an eye here now to try and put shots in if they try and come across, if that other IS-3 tries to come across to help. But I think, right, I've got to get over there now. Heavy tank, I need to be over there. The mediums have got themselves caught in a bad position. They, you know, they don't really want to be down there, but they're unfortunately caught there, so I'm heading over there to help. And just behind me is one of the Super Pershings. So we're going to move over here and try and save them if we can. But unfortunately, there goes the AMX 1390. And the T-59 is not looking too healthy, but he picks up a kill. Good play. He managed to do a lot of damage before they took him down, which is always useful. But it wasn't to be, and he did die in the end. So we're going to try and catch a flanking shot as he pulls back into the street now. And here he comes. He hasn't spotted us yet. Another shot into his side, and then we angle. But unfortunately, he gets held down as well. So I go for the cupola. I got a critical hit, but no damage. As you can see, the mod's telling you how much distance, the armor where I'm aiming. It's really, really good mod pack, and I'll probably do an installation instruction of that if someone, if any of you guys are interested. Right, I'm keeping myself angled, but unfortunately for my Super Pershing friend, he wasn't really interested in shooting me. So as he's backing up, I aim for the low plate, but unfortunately it goes underneath, and at that range I'm really surprised. There you go, keeping myself angled again. Another bounce from the IS-3. At this range, his penetration on his gun is not going to be all that great. Gives me another side shot, and I track him as well. But I ignore him, and I pull back so he can't shoot me while I angle against the other IS-3. And again, another bounce. He only gets crit damage. And I get another shot into the IS-3 then. This is what I mean. You've got to balance your damage here, and you know, right, I can kill him, but I've got to keep myself angled so that the person in front of me doesn't kill me. So again, I rush forward, get the kill with the faster rate of fire, and I keep myself angled. And then I put another shot over there. This is why I like this gun with the faster rate of fire. I'd probably switch out once I get the full upgraded gun, but between this and the second gun, I much prefer this one. The rate of fire, it allows you to do things like this, poking in and out and putting shots over all the time. And we are being capped now, so another shot as they go rush over there to take out the Super Pershing. But I've got to get back there and reset that cap. And I don't want to leave the Pershing, but I got to. So I creep round thinking the T-29 is there, but then he's spotted other side of the building, so off I go, running back to the cap. Again, as you guys may have noticed, my driver is usually drunk, so I decided to go straight over the pond. Yeah. I need to start looking where I'm going, really. But I'm not too worried about the cap. It's only a T-18. I should be able to one-shot him. And he shouldn't do any damage to me. But then I realize on the map now, keeping an eye on the map, I notice right there pulling up to the street. This could be an issue. They may get some shots on my back, so I'm trying to keep myself close to the buildings, minimize the angle, increase the amount of time it takes them to get shots into me. But the Super Persian is putting up one hell of a fight. There's 3 of them on him, and he's still going. Finally gets taken down, but he did weaken a lot of the enemy. And the T-18 wasn't even facing me, so... yeah, it sucks to be him, but that's what you get for low tier in this. I see they're all coming down the middle. I noticed on the map, just before they disappear, they were all rushing the middle. So, I come over here, start side-scraping, and see if I can get shots on. T-29 just gets out of way. And I think, damn, right, maybe they get flanked. But, I noticed that tree falls. Just at the last second, the tree fell. So there's another one, and the T-29 pulls back out. The angle was a bit sharp there, so I bounced. And now I know the T-32 is coming to flank me. So I'm trying to put up as much damage as I can quickly to deal with these before I get flanked. And I had to make a choice here. What do? Do I go and deal with the T-32, or do I keep the damage on these 2 first? I decided to do the damage on these. I think it was the right call, as they kept giving me shots. And here's the mistake I make. I turn too quickly and eat the shots then from the side. If I'd waited a second or 2 more, bounced their shots, and then gone round, I could have dealt with this T-32. Now, I think he was firing gold, because the angles I was giving him, I would have expected 1 or 2 bounces. But either way, he played well. He got some shots in my low plate, and down I went. And unfortunately, I felt I could have carried that match, and I could have won it if I hadn't turned at the last second there and ate the shots in the side of my armor. So we're going to have a look at another one of the team battles now, and I hope you enjoy the next one. Right, in this game, I'm driving my new IS-6. It's a tier 8 Russian heavy tank, premium tank, and I really enjoy this tank. I really, really do. Some people dislike it. The gun is a bit subpar on it. Only got 173mm of penetration, I believe it is, and it's only got 100mm of armor. But if we look at how sloped, if I can get the camera to work. Oh, something weird's happening there. I think the mods messed up my replay. So yeah, well, as you can see there, very sloped. And because of that, I actually bounce a shot, and then bounce another shot. And this is kind of a trend that will happen. So yeah, I'm not going to go into free camera mode, because I don't know what happened there, that was broken. But yeah, I've rushed up to this corner, and I'm quite lucky the IS-3 on my left didn't attack me. But I've rushed this corner now, and I'm just going to keep side-scraping it and trying to take some damage from my team. And if that T-32 keeps on giving me his lower plate, I will keep shooting it all day long. So like I said, this gun has a very low penetration for a tier 8 tank. And it's very inaccurate as well, so you've got to use it at close range as a brawling tank, aiming for weak spots. And with the sloped armor and really good angling on it, this is one of the best ways to do it. Side scrape out, use this tank at close range, and just sit there punishing people. The downside of the tank is its armor is quite troll. It'll bounce shots that you really don't think you can bounce, and then just things will go in that really you don't think should. So there you go, another shot there. I thought from that angling I would have been fine, but he hit the flat surface. As you can see at the back there, it's the same with the front. It's slightly rounded, but the rounded sections are flat. And here's me now taking a bit of a beating. But I've bounced a really large amount of shots here, and I'm already up to 1,500 damage. And another shot into the tracks. Now they're getting really annoyed to see they're just rushing me now, because they can't kill me. Or at least they want me dead by now. This Tiger 2, I'm not sure where he was going, to be honest. Okay, another shot in his rear before I die. But 2,300 damage. And, well, a lot of hits there. And as me saying, I died doing what I loved, which I did. And we switch over to the 87, one of my clanmates. He has a cleanup job here. The tanks are so low, he can just poke himself around. And he unfortunately bounced a shot there. But Tiger 2 gives him the side, and he's not going to waste that one. And I'm telling him here, T-32 is low health, low health. Just rush round, don't give him your compola, just rush around and kill him. But he's being cautious, and that's never a bad thing, guys. Being cautious is definitely something that you should learn to do because it'll save you from dying all the time. And he's decided, right, rush round, but the IS-3 steals it from him at the last second. Sometimes caution isn't a good thing. So it's another good win. We quite like this map as our 7v7 team. This is sort of our home turf. We love Himmelsdorf, and we might have another match on Himmelsdorf now. So let's go have a look. So I'm a bit of an idiot, and this is in fact Runenberg, not Himmelsdorf, so ignore the end of the last video clip. That was a bit stupid of me. This is not Himmelsdorf, definitely not. I've checked. I've double checked, in fact, so it was me being daft. So I'm back in my Tiger 2. It's going to be a running trend. I like to play the heavy tanks in the team battles. I like to be able to push corners, take the hits. You know, I think it's what I'm good at least in these situations, so I try to make the most of it and, you know, allow my team to not get shot at repeatedly. So I'm going to try and take the same corner I did from the other side in the previous video with the IS-6. But there's a bit of a roadblock. There's a poor T1 sitting there. And in the distance there, the MS-1 gets absolutely annihilated by a T-59. It's a bit of a mismatch. Yeah, just a bit. So I spot up there then. IS-3. They're pushing on the side quite hard. And then they're coming straight down the middle. And as I've shown before, this tank is a box. So what do we do with boxes? We angle them. Shove them into the wall. Get the gun out. So I've been spotted. I know there's something up there. I take this tracks off. Pull in so the IS-3 behind me can get a shot off. And this is just what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to keep doing this. And this is what a lot of my footage is going to be like, because this is how I play. I like to be aggressive using these corners of this, keeping the angles there, making it hard to go in. There you go, there's a bounce. I have no idea where he was aiming at. There was no way it was going to go in from there. Unfortunately, this gun is being a bit dodgy. It's 203mm of penetration on the lower glacis of an IS-3. I'd expect that to go in. I really would. I mean, you can see me switching to premium ammo because I'm like, no, I've got to push this corner hard. Can't waste time here, so I'm going to get shots off, but then I get tracked. Tracks back up. And it bounces. So, anyone who says gold ammo can win games, not quite. I have no idea what he's coated the bottom of his tank in, but it's bouncing premium shells. And I decided to go for the front nose instead because he gave me the flat angle, and that one finally goes in. But unfortunately, I lose the 87 supporting me because it took me so long to actually put damage out. And now is an AMX 1390 to our sides and putting a lot of shots in the IS-3. And this is painful now. I'm surrounded, but I'm going to go down swinging. I think, in fact, this is the match I equipped the second gun. This is why I've got slower rate of fire, but slightly higher damage. Bit less penetration on it. But again, I'd expect that one to go in, really. It's 200 penetration, I think it is. 201. I really would have expected that to go in. And again, I'd expect that one to. It's side armor. It wasn't angled. I was aiming down onto him. It wasn't angled that much. So I'm just brawling now, trying to do what I can, but the engine block's gone. So I'm really slow, struggling, but can I get another shot off here? Right into the engine block. And the T-59's come back to try and help. And we're putting up a good fight, in fairness. We're pulling this back. The IS-3 is now low. I'm trying to keep myself hidden. IS-3 dies, but the 8090 comes in, picks up one kill. I shouldn't have pulled back there. I shouldn't have pulled back. I should have turned behind the wreckage. I thought I could get a shot off and kill him, and then T-59 misses. Tries to angle, but the AMX cleans up. And that's the power of an autoloader, guys. You can just pick off a bunch of low health opponents really quickly. But not a bad match for us again. I mean, we got surrounded towards the end and we still managed to hold them off with some good support from my medium. We managed to bounce a lot of shots, eat a lot of shots, and put out a decent amount of damage. And you know, that's what you need to do in a heavy tank. You need to impose yourself on an area of the map. We held up those heavies in the middle, and that helped the team out. Unfortunately, Well played, the AMX 3090. He did clean up at the end. So, these have been a bit serious. We're going to have one more match, and the next one has an interesting ending. So I'm going to leave you with that, and let's move on to the next clip. So, we're in the KV2, as some of you may know from my previous videos. I love this tank. I've reviewed it, and that gun on the front there, that big thing, makes this tank superb and terrible at the same time, because it's so heavy you can't go anywhere. But even as a tier 6, as the review showed, against tier 8s you can still do decent damage, and as this game is going to showcase, you can really be an asset to the team. It just don't expect to carry all that much. You've got a really long reload, but 21-second reload, and you're very, very slow. I cannot tell you how slow this tank is. You'll just have to play it for yourself to feel it, because it even feels slower than it looks, and that says something. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit here, because it's going to take me a while to get anywhere I want to go. But then we see an IS-6 and another IS-6 push in the middle and giving me some shots on them. And I think, well, I can't say no to that. They're heavily armoured, but critical hit. I must have done something. 287 damage to a tier 8 tank with a tier 6 and crit hit him. Could have taken out his gun, maybe his driver, who knows. But that's always useful for your team. And I like to think that that's why the T59 does so well, is because I crit hit that IS-6. Nothing to do with the T59 driving well. Unfortunately, he does die in the end, but as you see, there's a lot of damage being done to those IS-6s. And it's another good shot there, 334 that time, and another crit hit. I really would like to know what I did with all these crit damages. I'm going to have to keep an eye on my battle report towards the end. T59 saying they're all ours now. He's done his work, he's retired. So we can't let his death be in vain. Fire off another shell. Unfortunately, it goes wide, but the splash damage, I think, catches him and does a good chunk of his health. But they spot me, and that was poor play on my part. I was too far out, and I ate 2 big shots, and that's really weakened me now. I've got to be very careful, because they could cough in my direction. That could well kill me. But I use the bushes for cover, pull back out, and very long aiming time. But I get another shot and another 321 damage and another critical hit. I'm going to have to get Eagle Eye, I think, on my commander. It's one thing I'll have to do, just so I know what I've done with this gun. It's well worth the investment, I think. As this tank, I'm not going to sell it. It's too much fun to sell this tank, even though you do have a massive reload. But I'm trying to be cheeky with this shot. I see he's low health. I know a close shot will hit, and it goes too wide and goes over the ridge face at the back, so splash damage doesn't hit him. And I see the AMX 3090 getting an attack now, so I think I'm going to move up early, because, well, very slow tank. But someone else picks off the IS-6 in the middle, which is good for us. I think the 87 got him. Yeah, he did. So I'm going to try and move around now and help the IS... not help. Don't want to help the IS-3. That would be bad. Very bad. I'm not a traitor, guys, I swear. Save the AMX from the IS-3. But there's a building in my way. And this gun is good, but it's not that good. It's not going to go through buildings. So I don't want to rush out there, because I'm going to get one shot off. Then I have to have a 20-second reload, and this tank is too slow. Won't be able to get out the way. So I'm waiting for him to poke round. I see the gun. I see the tank. I see the damage. 283. Followed by 217 from the 87. And this guy should be comfortably dead now. The AMX is off to reload. And you hear the sound mod there of the guy who's trying to reload. I can't remember whether I ninja this one, or whether the 87 manages to take it. No, I ninja it. There you go. What a waste. 20-second reload and a big shell for 11 damage, but the KV2 gets a kill. And that's all that matters, really. In a tier 8 match, I managed to get a kill. Admittedly, you know, not a good kill, but a kill nonetheless. But the 87 died. The shot came out from the low, or the loo, or the love, or whatever they call it. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm just going to call it the low, because I am. That's what I'm calling it. If it's wrong, I apologize. But I'm calling it the low. So it's a good shot from him. Took out the 87. And now this is where we have to be cautious. I will get killed in one shot. And the AMX 1390 is probably going to be able to take 2, maybe 3. But they'd have to be low damage rolls. So we're going to wait here and see whether they come to cap. Now fast forward a bit because it does take a while. But it's worth the wait, guys. The ending to this match is fantastic. We had a good laugh over this. It was really good. So I'm not going to ruin it by telling you, but it's definitely worth the wait. But it was a long, long wait. So we've got 4.5 minutes left now. And I'm starting to think maybe they're going to defend the cap and go for a draw. I'm starting to worry because if I need to get up to the cap point, I'd have to leave now. And I wouldn't be able to get back down to ours. But I think I'm going to stick it out because if they're waiting up that road, I'm not going to get up there without being shot at. It's not a chance. The AMX backing me up on the other side of me. Keep an eye on that ridge in the city. And I'm going to keep an eye on the cap circle here with the bushes to keep me in cover. So we've got a decent defensive position. And then there's teammates talking. Perhaps the AMX should go up and cap. It is a bit risky. I do agree. If like I said, they were waiting up there, you just get destroyed. And I, as I said there, will not be able to prevent them from rushing me. They could eat my shot. They're both full health, I believe. They'll eat the shell and just walk away. But we're down to the last 3 minutes now, and there's the KV4. He's come up behind us, which is alright, you know. But then I spot the Lover in front of me. Or the Lover? My gosh. I've just said what I'm going to call it, and I decided not to call it that. And I tried to aim, but I got spotted and killed. It was a good shot from him again. It was bad by me. I should have perhaps waited further back, but I think I'd been spotted by the KV4. I said I don't like the tank in team battles. I can't carry with it. It's not a carry tank. So I'm going to slow this down a bit now, back to normal speed, so you can see what the AMX 1390 does and how he does it. And it is fantastic. So he's planning his line of attack now. They're two full health tanks. There's nothing he can do to stop them. But he's going to die. He's going to try valiantly. And that was a lucky shot there. If he'd been hit, this would have been over. That would have been his engine block. He could well have been on fire from that. So we're thinking, how can we play this out now? What can we do? We're all giving suggestions. We're thinking, what is the best way of going about this? Because we don't really think he's going to be able to win the game here. I mean, with an autoloader clip on him, he may be able to critically damage one of the tanks, but I doubt he can even kill one of them from full health. So he's going to have to hit the low and get out of there, because we're down to the last 50 seconds. That's what we're suggesting. Go for a draw. And so he's going on his suicide run. But the KV4's gone off looking for him, so this has made it a little easier. He's now only got to dodge the low. And he gets engine damaged in his first shot. That is really unfortunate. And he gets hit in the back with a KV4 as well. And none of his shells have landed. And there's the hit. He gets the hit, he resets, but can he get out? He's trying to get around the gun arc, and he's just about getting around it. But the engine's damaged. And he's not going to get away, and the low's going to shoot him. And it's going to be over. The low hits his tracks. And he's going to get away. This is going to be a draw because he's done everything perfectly. He's done it all correct, and then... Oh. Gravity. You win again, Gravity. So... As you can see there, the IS-6 is having a good laugh, and we were all in hysterics because he'd done everything perfect. He got a stroke of luck with the shot hitting the tracks. He got out of there, wasn't going to die, he was free, and then he decided to hit the cliff at like 100 miles an hour and kill himself. So it was a grand end to the night. I think that made the whole day. No matter how badly we lost any matches, just to see that was well worth it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'll be bringing more Semi 7 footage as I get it. And like I said, keep an eye out for tomorrow for either the IS-6 or the Tiger 2. I haven't quite decided yet. It'll probably be the IS-6 because I think I got some better footage of that one. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.